Welcome everybody, Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. Of course guys, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. And right now we are kind of getting to that, you know, winter's time, 9 a.m. not summertime. So there is that. As you see on the chart, we are still in the triangle, failing to kind of break towards the upside. So we're gonna see what's happening there. Are we gonna, manage to break towards the upside? It kind of doesn't look that good, so there is that. But it might happen. It might happen. So we're gonna look at that. I'm not playing Dodge Daddy just yet. Good morning, guys. I'm Temporary Moon Boy. Edward, too good. How you doing, man? On the dollar. TFN stuff. Ben, what's up, Ben? How you doing? Everybody's Moon Boy today, but I'm not Moon Boy, so it's good for you guys. Football Dream, Dodge Daddy, man, how you doing? Do not play Dodge Daddy. I'm long on ETH from 10.19 and on 22 by Dodge Daddy. Yeah, we're gonna chill the Dodge Daddy a little bit, we're gonna wait until it's, definitely 100% confirmed, and then we're gonna pump Dodge Daddy and, dump the market. Morning, time for coffee. Yeah, I got a coffee, in one of my favorite cups, you see here. Papa. Mladen, you gotta get one of these, man. You gotta get, tell your wife, to buy you one of these. Morning, Mladen, how you doing? How you doing, guys? So before we start, as always, not as always, but as the last 3 days, you still got 2 days left, 1 day and 23 hours left to get the Black Friday deal on TradingView, guys. This is the best deal you're gonna get throughout the year. This only happens once every year. It's a Black Friday. It doesn't happen often, and you get 40 and 50 and 60% discount. Now, please do note that these prices up here are in dollars. If you got some kind of euros up here or something like that, like Mladen has, I don't know how he got that, but it should not be more expensive than this. You can get these kind of deals even if you go through some kind of incognito window. Let's try here, private window. What was it? The deal, Black Friday, it's called Black Friday. So you can see here, even if you go to incognito deal up here, it's still 179, 288 and 108 bucks. So you should not be paying more than that. It doesn't matter whether you are subscribed before or not. These are the rates. These are the rates. I don't know how Mladen got his numbers up. I can show you the numbers. And the problem up here, I just don't want to show his chat because, you know, it's private. So we're gonna do it like this up here. But you can see up here, you know, Mladen got these you know, discounts up here. But you can see up here, it says euro 149, euro 249, and euro 449, which are not correct, you know, with what we have up here. You know, this is 288 and this is over here, it's 449. So it's big difference. I don't know how he got up these, you know, these prices, but, you know, maybe because we are privileged living in Europe, so they are, you know, taking, you know, they are making it more expensive for us. So that might be that. But this is not the prices. The prices are, you know, the prices are in dollars up here. So there is that. But guys, just 2 more days left. This, you know, if you want a TradingView, any kind of subscription to the TradingView, this is the time to get it. You know, don't get it any other. You get annual subscription for an entire year. Today, tomorrow, that's it. That's it. Rest of the year we don't buy TradingView subscription, guys. This is the only time we buy TradingView subscription because these are so good. The second thing and you get also a free month. You know, you join, you get a free month. That's that. But if you want another free month, you use my link down below. Then you get 30 bucks. I get 30 bucks. Everybody's happy. You know, that's 1 extra free month of TradingView. That said, you gotta make a new account for that. So, you know, new email, make a new account, you get 30 bucks. No new email, old account, you don't get the 30 bucks, but, you know, you do get the discount. You do get discount. Black Friday, 2 more days. Get it while it's hot, guys. Get it while it's hot. Morning, ZPlay. What's up? How you doing, man? Morning, VTube NL. Tell we should hold an official funeral for the moon phases. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we should. But, you know, the moon phases are kind of, you know, disappointing to say the least. I mean, up here, I mean, they're not that disappointing. Like over here, it was kind of going. I mean, up here, I was going towards the upside up here, and, you know, we got a full new moon up here. You know, it kind of went down, and right now we got a full moon. So I don't know, man. It's still kind of working out. I mean, yes, you know, prior to the dump, we did the dump on the full moon, but right now, you know, we might do something like that. So, you know, technically, you know, maybe it's a little bit, you know, skewed towards the left or right. You know, sometimes it starts a little bit, you know, later and sooner, but, you know, overall, give or take, you know, there is that. So we're not gonna look at, you know, moon phase. We're gonna look at what's happening on the chart. We're gonna start with this chart over here, and this is the triangle that we've been talking about, and we are still not out of the triangle, which is kind of bearish. So this move up here is could be very bearish if this breaks the lower levels down here. So if you give a break 15.7 again, that's really bad. Up here, you know, break 15.7, that's really bad because you are break, you know, you did a fake out towards downside. Right now you're going up to test the resistance. If the resistance doesn't get broken up here, we go down, we break the support again. That's really bad. Like there is no saying in how bad that is. You know, that's just terrible. That's just terrible. But the first sign will be if we go down here and, you know, exit through this triangle up here again towards the downside. Now there is still hopium this is gonna bounce, but, you know, it might be just the first sign that this is very bad. But already up here at the top right now, number one, we didn't get a bullish engulfing candle. You know, yesterday's candle was actually quite nice above 10 moving average, but we still got this, you know, divergence up here going on the chart. We still got the divergence going on the chart. You can see here, you know, this going towards upside, is going towards downside. Even if you use this stop up here, you know, it's still going, you know, in opposite direction. So this looks like it wants to pull down. This looks like it wants to pull down. Now, I said yesterday that, you know, most likely it's going to pull down. It did not pull down yet, but, you know, it's still more likely it's going to pull down and actually break. And try to break up here, but, you know, it is failing. So it's failed a couple of times up here, breaking, you know, these levels, and we are right now not above them. But, you know, it's nice being above 10 moving average, but this can just go right back down here again. So I'm not saying anything right now. It's still in no man's land in this triangle up here. You know, it can just go down here right now because of the divergence and then bounce towards the upside. Maybe even some kind of, you know, secondary fake out up here. That's why I say, you know, if you start breaking, it might be, you know, first sign of weakness, but there might still be some kind of hope that it's gonna bounce again, right? That can definitely happen. But right now we are looking at this triangle up here. If you look at the small time frames, you'll see right now that we are up here at the top. Let me show you a couple other, you know, triangles up here. So let me just draw this one down here. So the big one, I know there are a lot of lines up here on the screen, so I'm going to clean up some lines. So I'm going to show you something up here. I'm going to draw over the line so you can see this better. This is the big triangle, right? This over here is the big triangle. Over here, this is the big triangle. That's the big triangle. And as you can see up here right now that, you know, we came up here down below the triangle, you know, did this move up here. You know what? You cannot see that very nicely. Let me just remove these lines a little bit and then we're gonna get the lines back. So you can see up here we broke that towards downside, faked, failed to get it right back in, went down, tried to get it in, failed that, got in, retested. Right now we're hitting the top and right now we're pulling back. Now let's go a little bit back up here. There were two triangles up here. Yesterday's triangle was this one over here, and you can see this on the small time frames. We had this, you know, rising wedge, and the you know, probability was, you know, to pull down. Now I was thinking the pull down is gonna go all the way down here, but it didn't. It just came down to the triangle, and right now it's bouncing off of the triangle. So I didn't think actually it was gonna go. I thought it was actually gonna go outside and then, you know, a little bit towards upside, but it didn't do that. It went just to this top up here to the triangle and bounced up towards the top again up here on the top. But what we are having right now, let me go back again and clean up these other two. Now we can keep them and just go to the 1 hourly time frame. So you'll see this first rising wedge up here broke towards downside, but right now I think there is secondary rising wedge up here. You know, it's a little bit more, you know, sideways than this one over here, so maybe, just maybe, it, you know, it might, you know, go towards the upside, but it's a little bit hard to say. But it does not look that strong though. It does not look that strong. Now this line can be adjusted up here, something like this. I think there we go. Maybe something like this over here, because I'm a little bit unsure whether you're gonna use them. Maybe all the way down there. Maybe this is the rising wedge right now. So up here, yeah, you know, is there probability to break in the resistance up here? I mean, it is, but still rising. It's still a rising wedge. There are still divergences on the chart, and you know, it might you know, do another move towards the downside. So a little bit hard to say what's gonna happen right now, but it does look like it wants to, you know, pull back, at least in the short term. It wants to pull back a little bit, at least on the short term up here. But it is showing, you know, even though it's not showing, you know, 100%, you know, bullishness, it is keeping kind of, you know, strength a little bit on the chart. So, you know, that's kind of good. Yesterday in the chat, I showed, you know, people, I showed people the MACD hopium, and you can see here on the daily time frame, this right now we are getting the cross up here. You can see the green up here. That's the cross. I mean, that's the, but that's not the hopium. The green one up here is not hopium. The hopium is this candle over here. It's not the candle, the histogram up here. That's the hopium, guys. That's the hopium. So why is this hopium, guys? Why is this hopium? I'm gonna show you. So you can see up here how when we went down, we kind of continue going down while the momentum was going up, and then we had this move towards downside that kind of failed. You know, the increase kind of failed. This increase, you know, continues to downside, kind of failed, and we continued, you know, losing momentum towards downside. So I think this candle over here, although I could not find that many examples of this, this candle right up here, or this histogram up here, or this MACD up here, it did kind of show me, gave me a little bit hopium that we are gonna, you know, that this is gonna bounce towards the upside. Now, as we just saw on the small time frames, it looks like, you know, the small pullback is gonna come, and then we need some kind of bullishness to break towards the upside. But when it comes to MACD, when you're looking at the MACD over here, let's look at it on this chart up here. This is 1 day late chart, but it's okay. We are just interested in this red MACD over here. When it comes to this up here right now, this is kind of a little bit bullish. This is kind of a little bit bullish. The fact that we was losing the momentum and then tried to go towards the upside, you know, and it didn't, you know, continue with the red, you know, another red move towards downside, but you know, still losing momentum, you know, pushing towards the upside. It does shows that Bitcoin momentum towards downside up here is giving in a little bit. Now, if you look at the previous times you had that, like over here, for example, you see this you see this candle up here. So the you go towards downside, but you are losing momentum towards the downside. Then you get this one candle towards downside up here. It goes up, then explodes. Now it doesn't have to go, you know, towards 200k or anything like that, but it doesn't you know, there are not that many cases of that. I mean, there are, like over here you can see that we have been losing losing up here on the downside, and we, you know, fake out, you know, 3 times fake out, and then still had this big move towards downside. But this is a little bit different because yeah, you know, if you have, you know, 4 times these kind of, you know, moves, these kind of, you know, loss if momentum, maybe, just maybe you need to go down more, right? So let's see here if you can find another example up here. Here is one more example. You can see here that, you know, it was going down several times, but up here just before that happened, you know, this move towards the upside, where this candle up here, we turned green and went towards the upside. Let's go and see a little bit more back in time. Up here as well, you can see up here just before, you know, two days or something like that, before that you get this move towards the downside, and then, you know, but it's not actually the same. It's not actually the same. So I haven't actually been able to find that many examples of that. Over here we had one. Over here we have a nice rally towards the upside, up this green hill, but, you know, it can last for, you know, a week's time or something like that, you know. There is that, but you can see up here, you know, losing momentum towards downside, then you have this, you know, over here, this pullback up here, and then, you know, you have a nice rally up. So, you know, maybe there is a rally coming, you know, for a couple of days at least, because it's on the daily time frame, you know, and it doesn't happen that often. But up here as well, let's see up here. Up here as well, you can see here it went down, then it kind of, you know, pushed it towards downside. This looks like what we are having right now, and after this candle towards downside, we, you know, had a, you know, moonshot up here. But, you know, this kind of, you know, this kind of hopium, you know, lasts for maybe a, you know, couple of days, a week's time, you know, until the run is done, you know, and then, you know, stuff, you know, other stuff can happen. Other stuff can happen. So the way I see it, I use that as a, you know, some kind of hopium, that right now we have this, you know, little red move towards downside that kind of failed. Right now going to this, you know, green, so we might get a little bit rally towards upside. I don't know, maybe a little bit rally towards upside up here. Maybe that's gonna be enough to push us more, maybe higher. Maybe that's gonna be enough to, you know, explode us up, you know, who knows. But, you know, small baby steps towards upside, that's kind of good. That's kind of good. DXY unfortunately looks too bullish. I know guys, I know. The problem with the DXY is that let's just pop all of these things up here, remove this thing up here, remove that thing over extensions down there. The problem up here is that RSI is creating divergence on the chart, so this on the daily time frame. So yes, it went up to the 10 moving average, got rejected by that, pulled back down, got this big divergence up here on the chart, still hitting the support on the downside. So it does look like it's gonna try again to go up here, you know, towards the resistance, at least from what I can say. See, when it comes to stock market, you know, S&P 500 right now is hitting the resistance. It did climb, you know, eventually towards the resistance. Right now it is at this 200 moving average. Dow Jones is still, you know, climbing up here, but it's kind of going kind of a little bit sideways up here at the top. Now whether my lines are actually correct or not when it comes to, you know, Dow Jones, that depends to be seen up here. I was already thinking it needs to pull back, but it does look a little bit stronger than usual. Maybe there is the line up here, because this stop is important. There we go. Maybe this is the line up here. You know, maybe we are hitting some kind of resistances right now. And Nasdaq up here. Let's see up here on the Nasdaq. Where is the line? The line is not getting hit just yet. I mean, it is. Maybe this line up here. Nah, this is actually broken. Then you have to use this one up here. You know, but right now, you know, maybe something like this up here. But you know, it's not at the resistance just yet. You know, Nasdaq can still, you know, rally up something like, you know, 4-5% up here towards the resistance. But if it's a week, it doesn't have to do that. You can just do this and, you know, go towards downside. So right now, what we see is that you know, the Dow Jones is hitting with some kind of resistance. S&P definitely hitting our resistance line up here at the top. The dollar right now looks it's having this daily divergence, so it looks like it might have a nice little rally towards the upside. And Bitcoin looks like it wants to pull back up here on the 4-hourly time frame, at least a little bit up here. So, you know, this hopium up here is just hopium. So we are not betting on that. So I think that, you know, I don't know where the more probability is. In the small time frame, I would say the probability right now is a little bit towards the downside over here. A little bit towards the downside, and then, you know, we'll see whether we, you know, go towards the upside or downside. 23rd November is the new moon. If shifted to the right, we still need to get the dump. Did the new moon already trigger on 1 hour or 4 hourly? I don't know. Let's check it out. 4 hourly, yeah, on 4 hourly we got a new moon. On 4 hourly we got a new moon, but this this full moon kind of, you know, stopped the dump. So right now we're getting new moon, continuous dump towards downside. Maybe that is that. Next week we'll push 19k. Hey mate, on the daily time frame there is a trend line all the way to the bull market's lows. Seems it will be resistance at 70.6. Also there is a VWAP at 10.1 if it breaks. That's above us, man. Resistance, yeah. I mean, there are so many lines on the chart when it comes to the trend lines, especially these long-term charts. So, what's up, bro? What did I miss? Am I late? You're late. We're done. You missed TradingView, you know, Black Friday deal. November 28th, telling you. Good, man, good. Keep telling us. Keep telling us. Next, we'll push 19k. So there you go, guys. There you go. That's what I think, you know, right now in the short term might happen or not happen. Did anything else, you know, pump? Yeah, I think RLC is right now pumping like crazy for some reason. RLC, wow, a REC is right now exploding towards upside. Well, F me, man, F me. This is up, you know, right now 20%. But, you know, you can see these big pumps up here. RLC also is doing the same thing. I mean, from the bottom down here to the top, you know, it exploded up here, you know, 96%. So I don't know what's happening with the RLC or Request Network, but they are doing these, you know, pump and dump moves you see here. So they're doing these pump and dump moves. I don't know if RLC is one of these guys. It looks like it is. You know, it goes too fast up and, you know, and then, you know, slows down. So total Jasmine chart. Don't make me go to the Jasmine, man. That Jasmine. Bag holders, man. Jasmine bag holders. Anybody who wants to look at Jasmine chart is a bag holder. Anybody wanting to look at Jasmine chart is a bag holder or some kind of hopium holder or something like that. I don't know, man. It might always bounce, like. Might always bounce. Let's look at a weekly time frame. RSI went from being down at 9 to being up at, you know, minus, you know, 22. I don't know. It's still bleeding big time towards the downside. So, you know, you know, it's losing momentum down here. It might pump. You know, especially these kind of coins that have been, you know, losing forever. They suddenly pump like, you know, 3,000% or something like that up here. You know, 5,000%. And then, you know, next 2 years, they continue bleeding towards the downside. So you got this pump and dumps kind of stuff, you know. But what's going to happen next? I don't know. I don't know. Jasmine bag holders. I remember when Jasmine became, you know, very popular for some reason. And then everybody was, oh man, Jasmine, Jasmine, Jasmine. And I was like, what the F is Jasmine? Check the you know, website, the Japanese website. You cannot even read the website. You don't know what's happening. But no, Jasmine. Let's look at a weekly time frame. Up here, 1020. It looks like it's going in the channel towards the downside. You know, buy bottoms, sell tops, or if it breaks up here, it explodes towards the upside. Maybe something like that. Call the schema. What about Casta? Carl said he was buying on 0.40. Carl always buying Casta. It's his coin, man. He got a whole bunch of bags. He knows that Casta is not performing well now, but you know, it is supported by, you know, influencers on YouTubers, and you know, when the bull market comes, it's gonna perform. But you know, how low can it go while it performs? You know, who knows? Eventually, you know, everything pumps. Hopefully, everything. Keep the T alive. There we go. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for you today. Come back tomorrow. We'll see if we got any more news. Bitcoin's right now down minus 0.4%. As we predicted, it's pulling back. So, you know, there is that. It's pulling back down to this, you know, 50 moving average up here. I know there's a lot of lines, but, you know, whatever. It's pulling back a little bit up here. You know, it's gonna pull more. If it starts breaking everything down here, you know, it might be, you know, bad. So the pullback was kind of expected. It did hit some kind of top. Totem Bitcoin Fund Manager, how many of his coins did he shield? Lol. Yeah, JJ. Yeah, he shields a lot. So the thing about Bitcoin Fund Manager, don't take his word for it, because you don't know what he's doing, right? sometimes he might be shilling something just so he can offload something, right? Because he needs liquidity to sell his shitcoins. If there is no liquidity, then he cannot sell. So if he buys at 0.1, price goes up to 0.3, and he's like, this is gonna be the next big thing, this is gonna be the next big thing, you know, and you start buying because it's gonna be the next big thing. Maybe he's the one who's selling you the coins at 0.3 when he bought at 0.1, you know. Bitcoin fund manager is a very sketchy guy, you know, be careful about that. It's very, very sketchy. That said, I do own a bag of True because he's been shilling that crap for, you know, 1 year. I'm like 15% on that thing, but it's a very, very small bag. I think it's less money than I put in some of the meme coins in previous bull run. I mean, if I lose 100% of that, like, but he's still shilling True for like, you know how long, and you know, so I bought just a little bit back in case he's right, because every other coin he's shilling it for like, you know, a couple of months and then he stopped shilling. But this thing he's been shilling forever. So, you know, maybe, just maybe it's gonna do something. But, you know, I don't have any big hopes for that. But when it comes to, you know, when it comes to his coins that he's shilling and stuff like that, always know that, you know, you don't know how big bags how big bags he has. So there is that. Yeah, people call him uncle. He's a very smart guy, but he's also a very sketchy guy. You have to understand, because he's not telling you everything. He's 100% not telling you everything. He has a sketchy past, he's done sketchy things, and you know, he's coming with some kind of good ideas. Like, you can learn a lot from the guy. He's definitely been around. He definitely knows, you know, kind of what he's doing. You know, when it comes to the TA, you know, TA is crap. It's not crap, it's kind of good. He's improving. He was doing, you know, a lot of different kind of stuff before, but, you know, he's kind of improving. So his TA is kind of getting a lot better. But you know, if you watch him for his ideas, you know, his thoughts. You know, look what he's saying, what he's thinking, you know. There is that. Yeah, I did learn a few things from him. Entertaining character. Yeah, he's Steve 100%. I can tell just by looking at him. Like, he might be a thief as well. I don't know. So, he might be a thief. He might be selling his bags to you when he's shilling stuff. Remember that. You gotta know, when there is low liquidity and volume on any kind of coin, and you got a bags and you wanna offload, you need liquidity. So, who knows? Yeah, smart, but yeah, super sketchy. Yeah, he like, if you look at his past, there are videos that showing that he did, you know, very sketchy things, you know, and he did, you know, some kind of scams. At least people are saying those were scams. So, you know, did he change? Is he going to the righteous path right now? I don't know. But, you know, I do listen to him when he has some kind of ideas about, you know, markets, this and that, you know, what's going to happen, what he thinks is happening. I don't agree with him all the time. I got to tell you right off the bat, like, I think he's wrong a lot of times. But, you know, it's an interesting character. And he's in Korea. He knows a lot of people in Korea, probably. So, you know, he can get us some kind of information from there. Dodge Elon Mars, calling my name again. Pulling a shot. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna see you later, tomorrow, and there's that. Also, again, but if you've done, then it's gonna Black Friday sale on TradingView. You got 1 day and 23 hours left. These are the best deals you can get entire month. So if you want to get TradingView, this is the time to do it right now. And if you want to get another month for free, beside the free month you get over here, you use my link down below. You gotta use new email because you cannot use old account. You gotta be new account. Making, you know, and you get 30 bucks, I get 30 bucks, everybody's happy. So there's that. You want to support the channel, you know how to do that. I'm just watching markets till January, where bottom should be, hopefully. Alex, I hope that. Love the stream. Thanks, Alex. Thanks. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. See you around. Bye-bye.